Hey everyone, you're live with Necee. I am your host, Opal Bailey, and today we are actually live. So I am here in the sunny Florida in Merritt Island, speaking to you live on the radio. I'm so excited for this opportunity to do that because I always look to and encourage myself and to move forward in new things. And sometimes change don't always feel good, but you know what? You got to go with the flow. So I just want to welcome you this morning and to encourage you and strengthen your heart as you're facing this day, this week, the rest of the month. I don't know about you, but to me, it seems like time is just flying by. You know, we seem like we never have time to do all the things that we plan to do in the given allotted time and space that we have. But you know what? It's all good. Today, I want to talk to you and encourage your heart on not looking back. There are a lot of things in our life that we look back on. There are a lot of things that we think about our past, the mistakes we've made, if we made the right choice, if we made the right decision, what ifs? What about this? What about that? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? You know, we have a lot of what ifs. What if I stayed home instead of getting a job outside the home? What if I didn't move to here and stayed there? What if I still was married and didn't get divorced? Each and every one of us encountered the what ifs. But today, we're going to move from the what ifs to the what now. That's what really matters, is what you're doing now. It's not about what ifs. And I'm going to share with you on the damage of what ifs, because really what you're saying to yourself is that I want to stay back in my past. I want to stay focused on what was instead of encountering the brand new path of what now. A lot of us, if not all of us, and most of us do feel that way. We could be in a new relationship and yet we could think, what if I stayed in that county and we stayed married? Oh, well, what if I didn't give up this job for this person and we're in a new relationship? And when you're dealing with the what ifs, it only keeps you right where you are. The what ifs is designed to keep you stuck, to keep you from not moving forward. That is its purpose. That is the main purpose of what ifs. Is to keep you locked in, unmovable into your future. And for an example, so you can kind of get a good picture of what I'm talking about, let's talk about this young lady who did just that. And she stayed stuck in her past. And some of you may know her. Some of you may have heard of her. But she did such a past act to where she went down in history as an example to us to not look back. And you may already know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to talk about Lot's wife. Think about it. Lot and his wife and his family, they was in Sodom, and it was like a really bad place. You know, those people there didn't care about God. They didn't think about God. They worship all other kind of gods. They did unthinkable things. And God sent Abraham and said, hey, go get your brother, get his family, bring them out of there, because I'm going to put you guys in the most beautiful place. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to expand you. I'm going to increase you. You're going to have such a wonderful life you can never imagine. Go get your brother. So Abraham did what he said. God said, he went and got him. And the very thing that God said when he drew them out of Sodom and Gomorrah was, when I'm bringing you out of your past, of your failures, of your mistakes, of your pain, of all the things that you might have done to other people, all the things that people may have done to you, all the bad relationships, all the bad marriages, all whatever failed careers, lost homes, lost jobs. When I'm bringing you out, don't look back. Now here, God is preparing not only Abraham's family for abundance, but Lot's family as well. God loved his brother so much that he didn't want his brother to stay up in that place. And God said, go get him, bring him out. And so Abraham, he did it. He brought him out. They're all on their way out. And God tells him, don't look back, because what's ahead of you is way better than what you've been in or what you even going to lose or you're going to walk away from. Doesn't that seem like most of us, or don't we seem to feel like that at times, where we always got to look back and think that back then was better? How in the world do we even think about stuff like that? How do we think that having lost and pain and hurt and being unloved or being whatever your situation was, how do we even fathom to think that that's better than what's ahead? So in the process of them walking, I'm sure it was a long walk. It wasn't an easy walk. It wasn't a quick walk, because they had to walk a lot of miles and days and sometimes months to get to where they had to be. I'm sure it wasn't easy for any one of them in Lot's family to just keep looking forward, because they might have felt comfortable where they were. They might have felt, oh, I'm losing my friends, or I was complacent, or I had this job, or I was doing this. I knitted these baskets that I really received a lot of money for. Man, and now I got to walk away from it all. I just prepared our home. I set the house up, all these things. I got the cars going on. You know how we think. We got all this stuff. And oh my gosh, I just landed this great career. And then God said, get up and go. And you're like, what? And I'm just putting myself in their situation and just thinking like, man, it's a constant walking from their past. So it's always present. If you really think about it, our past is always the present. It's always it's going to be there. God didn't say, oh, I'm gonna eliminate it so that you don't see it no more. No, God said, walk away. Don't look back. Eventually, God did destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, but guess what? God didn't just quickly pick them all up and put them in the place that he promised them. He wanted them to walk away. He wanted them to make a decision. He wanted them to make a choice right then and there. Do you want what I have for you? Even if you don't even know what I have for you? Or do you want to just sit where you are? Stay where you are. Dwell on the past as if it's the present. And we tend to do that, don't we? We tend to talk about the past as if it's right now. And I know for me, sometimes when people talk to me and they're telling me something, I say, was that now? And it's like, no, it was back in 1925 or 2007. And I'm looking like, you're talking as if it happened just now. And it's like, no, it happened like 15 years ago. And my mind is like, wow, you're holding on to stuff 15 years ago. That's how present our past is. But however, let me get back to the story, because this is so good. So as they're walking, everyone forward, focused, straight ahead. They're probably all thinking, man, we finally get to enjoy life. We probably don't have to struggle no more. Oh my gosh, God is taking us into this beautiful place. Oh my gosh, we have everything we need. We have food. We have safety. We can sleep now without trying to sleep with our eyes open, because everything is going crazy where we were. Oh my gosh. And so everybody's walking straight, except for Lot's wife. She turns and looked back. And the moment she looked back, it stopped her life for eternity. She's stuck, unmovable, can't be moved. She became a pillar of salt. And I don't know if you realize that once, when salt gets wet, it's like, it's hard. It just automatically becomes hard. That's what it was. It was boom. She was done. Stuck right there. Couldn't move. Didn't move. Remembered forever. Think about it. This is like over 2,000 years ago. We still remember the example that she gave us. She's forever in her past. She can't get out of it. She's stuck. She's forever looking. Because I believe when she turned, her eyes was stuck right then and looking at that place burning, or just looking at the buildings that may have still been standing there. Guess what? She's right there. Can't move. She just stuck. She chose to look back. Maybe because she was fearful of what she didn't know was ahead of her. Maybe she liked people there and she really didn't want to leave. Maybe she enjoyed the whole chaos in their world. Some people do that. Some people enjoy chaos. Honestly, some people they'd rather have drama than to realize they don't have to have drama. And they'll be in their past and they'll be in their situation over and over. Every morning they'll talk about it, they'll live it, they'll breathe it, they'll eat it every moment, every day, all day long, all week, every month, every year. They say the same thing. They talk about the same thing as if it happened just that moment. She's stuck. Forever not experiencing her future. Her own family has gone on. They gone on into the promised land that God promised them, into the land that God has prepared for them. God even said that they had so much stuff, so much blessing. He blessed them abundantly to where Abraham and Lot, they couldn't even contain their cattle and their families, because it just increased and multiplied to where they had to separate. One had to go on one side of the town, the city, the country, the state, and one Lot had to go on another side. They had to pick which side to go on because they had so much. God blessed them with so much of the new, so much of good things, so much of better things, that they got to see the goodness of the Lord. And there's a scripture that just came to me when David said, Lord, my heart would have fainted if I didn't see your goodness. And sometimes we think like that. Sometimes we experience that. Sometimes our heart begins to faint when we don't see God's goodness, when we don't see God's promise come to pass. But you know what? They experienced it, but Lot's wife didn't. You ever wondered why God didn't even mention her name? She don't even have a name. He said Lot's wife. That's it. You got Abraham, you got Sarah, but nothing about her. Only that she looked back. Only that she wasn't obedient. Only that she was stuck in her past. And that's all she know. That's all she can relate to. That's all she can identify with is her past. She has nothing to say about her future. What if she didn't look back and she kept going? She would have been able to enjoy the blessings, not only what God has given her, but to see her family be blessed, her family increase. The relationship with her and her husband probably would have gotten better. Who would have known? In our lives, we're always faced with a choice. We have to be obedient to what God is telling us in every area of our life. And we can't say, but then we're going to look at saying, what if? What if I didn't get married and I stayed single, and man, I wouldn't have had all of this chaos, or I wouldn't have to deal with this. And you're just stuck. Or if I would have stayed single,